hit the like, 25 another video.
First I can't read, now I can't do counting? What's wrong with me?
The hairless guinea pig is a hairless strain of guinea pig without hair on it. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sir Butter Toasty channel, and today, guess what? Look, we're back at fucking Misery, and I am so goddamn hyped. Is it because I have guns with flashlights? Alright, listen, ignore that, ignore it. I'm back here. I'm back in this little base I spent so much time in. You would not know how many hours I've been in this specific base. I'm just looking at the walls, being like, how do I decorate this room, this bedroom I sleep in, with more corpses of my clones that have died in various horrible ways. We almost have enough bathroom here to do our own bathroom review of a bathroom that we made. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, I must not address the fact that I have this big empty room at all. We don't need to see that. But anyways, last time we built the exoskeleton suit, then I said, oh, I've done enough of the game. I've seen all the content, but I didn't really walk around in the exoskeleton suit. I didn't use it at all. And of course, there's been a patch / update since we were last here. So I have to say, since that patch, I have not played the game. We're currently on the patch. This is the first real experience to that patch that I am really here to see. Does the helicopter look like it's in better condition to you, or is it always look like this? I think I've always just run past it without looking at it. Anyways, so the update that went through since I last came through changed how the shops work in a way that I personally did not enjoy. Now, I'm going to show it to you if you haven't already seen it, but I assume those of you who are playing the game and have seen it already know what I'm about to talk about. Damn, has he always just had an LMG just sitting back there, or is that just me? Interesting. I could still sell fruit and veggies to this guy, which is nice, but they did rework how the shops work, or how some of them look. The gun dealer now, I can still sell full-fledged guns to him, but as you can see, the PPH, it gives me 50. The PPSH, god damn it, Toasty, 50 rubles, right? And we have a new shopkeeper, because there's a whole, they changed how guns work. This is our technician. His whole entire job is to fix guns that we find, because we no longer, I'm sure there might still be some in the spawn pool. I don't know how rare it is. But if I wanted a gun like this, I can no longer just go find a fully functional version of this. I'm going to find a rusted version of said gun, and then I'd have to take it to this guy, the technician, who buys our rusted guns, and for one broken AK-74, 500 rubles, and 3 gun kits, and then 60 scrap, I have one functioning AK-47. Problem here is, let's go to the PPSH, right? It's 55 rubles to sell a PPSH. It costs essentially 100 rubles to fix it, not including the gun cleaning kit or the 60 scrap involved, in which if we go to our scrap dealer, right? Our boy over here, I've never given any of these guys a name. They've all just been junk dealer, gun dealer, clothing dealer, etc. But we have this whole guy. How much is it to buy scrap? It's 7 rubles. So 7 times 60. Mathematics. It would be like 620 rubles just to get the scrap. And then the additional 100 rubles just to repair a gun. So anybody starting out Misery or planning to buy it and play it, after watching my videos within the time span of March 2026, and maybe a little bit after that, because I don't know what the next patch for this game is going to have in store, you're going to be out of luck with guns for a while. You're going to be struggling with melee, a little useless, defenseless little mongrel out in the wastes. And I'm sorry, I feel bad for you guys. And we got ourselves a nice little cute bunker to explore. Look at this guy. I'm already getting radiation. I hear monsters. See, you guys aren't going to be able to do the things I'm doing right now. Where the fuck are they? Where are they? You? No. I'm ready to start capping people because I'm mad about the shop thing still. I probably didn't need to mag dump them because I already remember how rare things are in this game. Fucking monsters. I have to use my ears and listen. Alright, what do we get? A hacksaw. Steel hacksaw for close melee what the hell? I'll take it. I've never used that before, but there are new items in the game. Every time he does an update, we do get like a nice little plethora of new things to interact with, decorate our base with, and search. Of course, I'll take the sickle and this free tactical backpack. What else do we got? A magazine? I did see that the dev of this game has been talking to people that have tried to discuss things with him for video game ideas. Some people have proposed the idea of letting us be able to sell more things more often, and his response was simply, if you don't want the item, incinerate it, which is fine, it's fair. This game isn't supposed to be like... there's supposed to be like some sort of sense of artificial challenge to it, and well, are you really being challenged if you find yourself in a situation where you have a bunch of useless stuff and need to make space and can't sell it? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'll take this. Personally, I think you could probably add some sort of guy that will buy random junk for a very low cost, and it wouldn't hurt at all, you know? But hey, to each their own. I'm not the one making the game. I'm not a game dev. So if I really wanted to make my own game, I should just go learn how to make games, you know? But that's my thoughts on that situation. There's some other stuff I wanted to talk about, but we're still exploring, so I'll try to keep things to the fun bits of looking around the bunker. Hopefully I don't get lost out here, because if I do, we're fucked. Okay, we're in an extreme radiation zone. Alright, there is a chance of an enemy spawn nearby here. I'm looking for posters. We're looking for posters we don't have. I know there's a chance. That, I'll take it. I'm not sure if the exoskeleton is really protecting me from all this radiation. I thought there was posters in this room. There isn't. I'm leaving here. My radiation is going down as well, which is nice. I wonder if the exoskeleton gives us a slight buff. Nothing that way. I know there's going to be a monster somewhere close, possibly. Do I already have the silenced pistol one? I'll take it. Alright, we'll check here real quick. I think after looting this... God damn it, I gotta start... I'm going to head back to base, and we'll wait for the next one, maybe? Broken Saiga. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'll pick it up and take it with us just because. Or is it a Sega? Guys, how do you pronounce that word? Please help. Is this a sink? Can I take the sinks? I think I have a sink at home. I don't... Oh. Nope, wrong way. This isn't back to base. I have to be concerned for my safety. Anywho, as I was saying, it could be kind of a fun idea for me to have you guys try to show me how to enunciate words that I'm clearly struggling with, but maybe I shouldn't go off that immediately, because there's a chance that I'm gonna have a word that I learn and you're gonna tell me how to pronounce it wrong, and then now I'm saying a word wrong forever, and I've been putting my blind faith into strangers. Who knows? Who knows? I'll take those bullets. Quite perplexing, the scenario that we're in. What are in these boxes? Gas. I'll take that too. My goodness. So yeah, let's go back to the the sales market. We'll look at this broken gun, and we'll do the math, you know? This is the shotgun I'm using right now, and the one that we picked up is broken. Isn't that fun? If we were to go here, I can't just fix it. But I need 800 rubles, 5 gun cleaning kits, and 100 scrap. Could I just get 100 scrap from just playing the game? Yes, but everything in the game requires scrap to build. If I was to try my best to build something I want, right? I'm going to be using scrap constantly. And guns in this game are a lifesaver. I feel like the Soviet-era Slavic guns that we find laying around the map kind of give this game a part of its identity. Now, the only gun that you're going to be able to get now without having to spend an entire grand worth of rubles or 15 zone searches of scrap are going to be from this hunter when you buy the TOZ hunting shotgun, which still costs 450 rubles. I guess maybe I'm thinking too deep on it. It's not like it's super hard to get rubles in this game. If you've watched my videos, you've seen me hoard rubles like a maniac. But I think the point still stands that the difficulty curve for new players coming in has just swooped up when I already thought the game is not new player friendly. It's not like you get a tutorial. You're just thrown in. But, I mean, there's another game that this game has been slightly inspired by and also takes slight influence from that I recently just did an entire series on. And Stalker also doesn't really have a tutorial. It just throws you in. Though I'm not a fan of being babied by video games anyway. Maybe it's better this way. Alright, one sniper poster right here. Oh, it's upside down. Haha, that's funny. Oh, I guess I dropped the other sniper poster. Well, it's a good thing I grabbed these large crates, because now we're going to end up having to make a whole separate storage room just completely dedicated to rusted shit I can't use. Isn't that fun? I still wish that the dev would add some sort of system for unwanted metal things that we have too much of, where we can just melt it down into scrap rather than incinerate it into ash. I feel like we could be more resourceful than that as a character in a video game who has fire at his disposal, but it's just my opinion. So now our broken shotgun can go in here. I really wish I hoarded more guns instead of selling them all for money. Alright, we finally got the alarm to go off. I've been kind of filling out the base a little bit, and I harvested my crops. It appears that crops are still a very efficient way of making money. Not that I was using that exploit before. But let's see. Just gotta drag our cucumber and our tomato there, and we can make some more cucumber tomato seeds. And here we go. Let that do its thing. Wow. I gotta do something with this big middle spot. I think we're sleeping on, like, opportunity here for this big room. You know? What can I do with it? I wish I could make trophies of the other creatures in the game, you know? Like the monsters from inside the bunker. That'd be kind of neat. But I want to go on to the regular zone. I want to see if I can find more artifacts. I also want to see if I can potentially... I had a thought and I lost it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Find new items. I figured out what thought I lost. I don't know why I'm like this today, guys. Seeing as I didn't really get a huge peak of radiation from the exoskeleton suit, maybe I can put away my spare radiation protection equipment, because I don't know if it's going to benefit us too much. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. But I guess if I were to die and needed to go back into the zone, at least I'd have this stuff at base. And I wouldn't have to worry too much about running all the way back and forth, you know? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stash... Can I fit that in here? I'm going to stash my anti-rad stuff in here for now. That way it's not in the way. Alright, let's go and... I'm going to sell all this vegetable, all these veggies and stuff, and then I'm going to head into the zone. Wow, our farm yielded us 31 rubles. If we do that for like 6 more weeks, we'll have enough to repair our shotgun. Oh, we got another bunker, but that's okay. At least we're here at the start of the bunker, which means we can clear it out nice and smooth. All right, we're gonna hold still and hold ready. I think more are gonna come. Yep. Got him. Take that, scum. There's a round in the chamber. We still haven't fixed that one yet, have we? The ghoul did not drop us anything fun. All right. That was the 4 of them. I'm in my bunker. I think it was this one I didn't grab. I'll take it. Alright, we gotta grab every single weapon poster we see. Not that one. I think I'm gonna grab it anyway. That's the goal for this bunker. Let's search. What do we got? Sickle. We already have one. Bullets. Always good to have those. That's different. That looks different than the combat knife. I'll take it. Rusted out SVD. Well, I'm going to put these posters in this bag. Can't do it. Hold on, this bag. There we go. We'll take it. That's nice. And we'll take this full first aid kit. That's also a good find. Another hunting knife. I just grabbed one so that I could have it for my collection of random weapons. And we'll take the big box. Dang, nothing in there. Alright, slow and steady. Okay, I already know this room. I'm just gonna grab what I can from it. What's policeman's pea coat? That's new, I'll take it. Another med kit, we'll take. I hear the noises of monsters nearby, but they're not near... I don't think they can climb through these holes still, so I think we're safe. Over on this side of things, we got a police vest. Okay, so there's like a whole new outfit, it appears. You can cosplay as a police officer. A Soviet one. I'm gonna remember that I came this way. Let's see what we find. I knew it was gonna open up at some point. I just didn't think it'd be this instant. It is really dark, guys. I'm not enjoying that. It does make it a little bit harder to navigate. And of course, I just remembered that this room only has one doorway. And it is really far away. Okay, well, time to utilize our time very carefully, trying to get to the other side here. Alright, we're almost on the other side of this, and there's going to be another gun poster. Gonna have to be careful. We don't know if that doorway to our right is going to lead to potential threats. I'm taking the backpacks for storage purposes. In. Nope. Alright. Backpack 2. In. Nice. Alright, that might be the strategy, guys. The exoskeleton, just having 3 backpacks on it. Those are empty. Gotta move on. That looks like another version of this room. Not interested, but I might as well go in through the front door. Okay, we got some more outfits. I really wish I could go in third person to show these off to you guys. Maybe they did implement that. I will check in a moment when we get back to base. But for now, I'm gonna walk through here. What do we got? More bullets. Helmet. Nothing. Nothing. least if I want it to camo up, we can. More bullets. I'm gonna go to this side. A little risky, I know, but I'm coming over here. I just want to see what doors open. I'm hoping we get at least one outdoor map this run. Okay. Landmine. Enemies are to our right. We're like completely safe back here. No radiation, by the way. Ooh, safe full of cigarettes. Not sure. Okay, broken hamster gas mask. That is the same as the repair guy. So that's kind of neat. I wish I could... Guys, I don't know if this is a smart idea. I never did this. I gotta... Come on. Come on. Dude, we're doing so good. Would you do this IRL, guys? Let me know in the comments. Okay, last one. Holy shit! Did we get it? I don't think we got it. I don't think it went in our inventory or anything, but I now know how to deal with landmines. That's... Huh. Things we didn't know were possible are possible. It looks like dreams do come true. I'll take that. That's one. Alright, moving in. Nice and slow. It's been a minute. I don't know if they've changed the hearing of the monsters. Kill it! Fuck. Go this way, 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 go this way. It's fine. We have a backup kit, dude. We have a backup kit. And I think that was the only one. I think they die after they do that. This wasn't it. No. No, it is. It is it. I can hear my flies. Wow, look at me all dead and majestic and shit. Good as new. It's like it didn't even happen, guys. I know my whole entire inventory is now all messed up because of that. But I also now know that there is an alternate path to round out where I came from. So, that's neat. Just don't step on the landmines. We can go get this ACP poster now that I missed before. Take that. Nope. Another rusted AK. We'll take it. I don't have space for it. Hold up. Okay, that makes sense. You. Make room. No, that's not gonna work. There we go. You know what? I think it's time we head back. I'm seeing items I can pick up. I just don't think they're worth picking up, you know? Alright, we're gonna get ourselves the hamster gas mask. I guess it does kind of look like the face of a hamster now that I'm looking at it. And it's right beneath the military gas mask, so... It's better than the GP5, it says. This is a GP5. Hamster gas, good resistance radiation, and better than that GP5. Why not put it in order of, like, which gas mask is most effective, to be honest? Why would you put it at the bottom like that? Is there a... Well, I'm gonna check something real quick. Yeah, so there is no third-person control, sadly. I don't even think there's a no-clip, for that matter, for me to show off what my character even looks like. But we do have a fully functional hamster mask to display to the world in the sewing kit that I didn't pick up. There it is, look at it. It's kind of cute, isn't it? In like a strange way that you could define cute, you know? Oh, it fits perfectly. It looks nice. Looks real nice, actually. Okay, now time to add all of our rusted guns to our new rusted gun chest for rusted guns that we will never be able to use. Look at those. A nice little collection growing of rusted materials. I can't even break down for the scraps. That's the alarm, and we're indoors, so we're completely safe. Alright guys, I will say it right now. It does appear that my inventory mid-maxing strategy is starting to catch up with me, because the new zone started, and I've just been like organizing inventory for like 5 minutes like a crazy person. I will take all that. Okay, we finally got a zone. Okay. Alright, I did want to actually share my thoughts, like the actual comparisons to Stalker and Misery, now that I've actually done a full playthrough of the two. And I will say that if you were to put character models and designs of things side by side, they do look similar. And that is as far as the comparison extent really goes down to. Certain rooms of certain areas look the same, but I think that's really just kind of how things were designed in Soviet-era factories and whatnot. If you were to look at pictures of Pripyat, which is literally an entire real place frozen in time, and then you've got things like just the houses and the countryside, the way that buildings and infrastructure of Soviet apartment design look versus like non-Soviet apartment design. It's really hard to have a theme based off of Slavic design for infrastructure look very different if you're basing it off of that entire concept and idea. I'll say, zombies that have guns that shoot at you. That is a thing that both Stalker and Misery have in common. Anomalies. That's a similarity, but they're not one-to-one. Both anomalies in Stalker and in Misery act very differently. And that's what I've observed. In Stalker, anomalies are more stationary. They're a lot smaller. There were areas where there were multiple anomalies, but they weren't like as spread out and large the way that Miseries were. And also, I've noticed that the way guns work in Stalker and the way guns work in Misery are very different. Their stats, the stats actually have meaning, where in Misery, yeah, the guns technically have stats, but if we were to look at them right now, go to my inventory, do you see stats for the SAIGA 12 over here? No, you don't see. It just says very powerful. Okay. Pistol. Semi-auto, uses 9mm ammo. Okay. In like Stalker, every gun had like an entire paragraph of information about them, as well as all sorts of other things about the gun, like durability, their accuracy, rate of fire, damage, stuff that like Misery doesn't tell you. You're kind of just guessing. It's very, very vague in that regard. Then on top of that, there are bandits in Misery, there are bandits in Stalker. that I kind of feel like when it comes to bandits in an open world game where you're using guns as well as zombies for that matter, there are bandits and zombies essentially in Fallout, but no one compares Misery to Fallout. You can build an entire bunker underground in Fallout 4, but is Misery a Fallout knockoff at that point? That's the kind of things that I've seen people pick apart when it comes to this game, and I've browsed different Reddit pages and discussion boards talking about Misery and comparing it to Stalker, and like I said, I feel like the comparisons kind of die off when someone actually gets into the game and plays it. And I've heard people say that this game is a janky mess, and you know what? To some regard, as an indie game it is, but that doesn't make it a bad thing. It's not like it takes away from the game. It's just you learn how to navigate around this stuff and get better at the game. Get good. I haven't played Anomaly, but I had this sent to me, and they do look similar, but they are still very different. It's just inspiration, guys. Tarkov holds some sort of inspiration to the Stalker inventory system, if we're going off that. And Resident Evil 4 had the rotational inventory management system before Stalker and everyone else. And Capcom didn't even sue Saverum for doing something similar to that. And then on top of that, my experience with Stalker has a story. This game still doesn't have a story. I know the dev has like a roadmap, and he talks about maybe implementing things like missions and stuff so that you have more to do in the late game and mid game area of the game, or at least a direction to go on for the early game. But aside from that, like, Misery is just, the zones are randomly generated. It's a little sandbox. You can kind of do whatever you want. It feels more personalized because you can spend the time wandering around and collecting resources to build up your little base. Where in Stalker, there are houses everywhere, but you don't have like a central area that really you return to and can build up and personalize, aside from mission hub areas. But like, you have no attachment to them. It's just a place you go to. And sure, like the Ultra Stalker, I'm immersed and I'm pretending to be a loner in the zone type people that just want to play hours and hours and hours of side missions. I get that. But that's your curated experience compared to this. So I still think the comparisons are very minimal at best. And then to hear on top of that, like, that whole lawsuit thing, I know it got dropped. This game is back on Steam. You can buy this game. You can play this game, where for a minute it was delisted and went away because GCS, the company behind Stalker, decided a couple screenshots looking at the game was this game essentially stealing the identity of Stalker. Hey, look at this guy. Hey, buddy, look at you. Look at you with your fucking face. Hold up. I just gotta... No, I'm not using this one. Bah, bah, bah! I missed you. I missed you so much. Where's your friends? Hey, bud. Dodge that. Hey, you notice how, like, the bandits are down and I can't heal them? I don't have, like, they don't have, like, a little bar on them that tells me my reputation with them or anything. They're just bandits. What's your experience level? He didn't have any because I took it away from him. But I think that's, like, that's it. I'm not even gonna say... I like Stalker. I enjoyed playing that game. That was my first time ever sitting down and actually playing Stalker all the way through and seeing it to the end. And you know what? It was pretty good. Look at these dwarves, guys. I need to find some fucking vodka right now, because I have gone this entire run without one single little dwarf friend, and today could be the day. I just need to make space. Then I need to search these houses. We're walking out with a dwarf. I've been calling them gnomes this whole series, which felt like it was more appropriate. They live in the woods, guys. Dwarves live in caves, underground. Look at these whimsical little guys. Does that yeah, he's got a beard. So what? Can gnomes not have beards too? Money. Where the fuck are the vodkas? Where's all that vodka at so I can go and get myself a dwarf? Who I'm gonna call a gnome. What the fuck? It's rice. Eat it. Dude, like 70 more scrap, I could repair my shotgun. Do I have a desktop set up inside my base yet? I don't know. I don't think I do. I'm taking that PC. God damn, we gotta get ourselves a dwarf. How are we gonna get ourselves a nice little dwarf guy? Hang around our base and go the whole time, huh? How am I supposed to do that? Get me in here. Where's your vodka? We got ourselves some bullets. Give me them bullets. More than bullets. More scrap. Maybe the scrap got buffed and I don't even know. I didn't see a single vodka. Did they drink it all? We can't leave until we get a vodka and we get ourselves a dwarf. I'm not allowed to leave this area now. This is such bullshit. I can't believe that this happened now of all things. Where's the flower fields? Hold on. Hold on. I know where there's vodka. I know every single little zone. Unless he added like 2 or 3 new ones. There's the one with the feet sticking up out of the ground. I still haven't fully explored that one, but we're gonna ignore it. Give me this. Give me this. Oh, fuck off. Hold on. I gotta condense. I've not left any space for the gnomes. If I don't leave the space for them, how are they supposed to join me in jolly cooperation? Nobody cares about this as much as I do. Unless you do. Unless you do care. Do you at home right now, comment down below. Do you care about the gnomes as much as I do? You better say yes. That's the only answer. I'm putting a gun pointing at the screen, on the screen right now. I did that in post, just so that I could show. Oh, fuck me. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. Joke's on you. You can't airstrike me for shit, buddy. There he goes. What kind of plane do you think that is? Okay, we have enough for 2 gnomes. Dude, it's like having little children that I birthed out of my birthing canal. That's how I'm gonna put that. That's weird. I can't believe I said that. There you are. You. Dwarf has been tamed. I can let him roam. I can open him up and put stuff in his pockets. I can tell him to stand still. I can ask him to follow me. We're gonna pick him up. If we go in our inventory right now, we have a little gnome guy. Dude, he's so lightweight. Give me... Wait, what? I picked up 2. I picked up 2. Where's my second vodka? What the hell? Oh. Give me that. There's still more dwarves. Wait, maybe these guys have a vodka. Cola! Okay, we got 2 more gnomes. I need 2 more vodkas. I gotta go back to where I came from. I know that if I go through that little portal and I go through the rooms, I might get a vodka. How the fuck do I navigate this forest? I don't even know how much time we have left. I have to be careful. I think if I use the helicopters as a navigational device, then maybe I can get back to base real quickly, because I don't think that the helicopters were that far away from Flower Petal Land. Alright. Glow stick. Alright, I don't care, I don't care. Give me the cigarettes. I'm like freaking out right now. I'm fully caffeinated, by the way. This is me at like max caffeine. I took like a 2-week break from caffeine. And right now I feel like I could run a mile, you know? Feeling pretty good. Consume. Dude, this armor's fucking sick. I think that's Flower Petal Land right there. So we're actually pretty close to where we need to be. I can break my legs all I want in this little power armor suit, this exoskeleton. Oh yeah, that's definitely a Stalker comparison. They both have exoskeletons. But like, it's just a design thing. I think like exoskeletons exist in real life. You could just have one of those. They're just gonna be really expensive. Did I collect 2 vodkas? Let's check. Cigarettes. 1 vodka. Shit, we only got 1 out of that. Compass. I don't know why I whipped it out. You're coming with me to my castle. Into my pocket, little one. Milk. No, I want vodka. Shit, we gotta go. We're gonna have to just take the 3 gnomes we got and get the fuck out of here. It's right there. It's right there. Kind of feel like a dummy now that I didn't do another episode with the exoskeleton after I did part 10. I made you guys wait this long to see the power of Exo. We're so buffed up right now. Hold on. I'm gonna put down my new slaves. Our new slavery. Why are they just fucking laying there? Guys, get up. Do I have to deploy it? Place the gnome. Okay, he is alive. That's such a weird thing to do. I've never had to actually... Alright. This is your new home now. I'm gonna name you all my sons. You're, Drinky, Drunky, and, Itchy. Good job, guys. Drinky, Drunky, and Itchy. I'm gonna treat you like the best dad ever. I'm gonna give you a lifetime supply of just booze and alcohol, and I'm definitely not gonna put you on a treadmill and force you to run for a millennia just to power the lights in my base. I won't do that to you. All right, let's move on. I gotta empty my inventory. I'm like genuinely running out of space for medical supplies again. I might have to go find another package of things to store all my medical equipment. That's crazy. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. Okay, I'm gonna go sell some stuff and then we'll go check out the zone. I don't know how much time I have left for this specific expedition due to how much time I just spent organizing. I've gone through 3 zones now, right? I guess if I really wanted to, I could repair a PM, because I know I've definitely gotten enough scrap, a gun cleaning kit, the rubles, and a broken PM. So, I guess if you were thorough like me and had the ability to carry the amount of supplies that I do, then technically you could get a gun in about an hour and 15 minutes of gameplay. I still don't know if that's fair. Okay, we got ourselves a city biome. Alright, yes. You hear that? The sounds of wolves. Let's pull this bad boy out, see if we can find something cool. I don't think we will, but I just wanted to check. Game Boy. A school bag? Okay, I'll take it. I wish I could take more random decorations that I find. Like this shelf. I'd like to put some shelves up in my little bunker. It'd also be kind of neat if I could, like, pick up a car or something. I can't be told I don't have the ability to lift a vehicle. Do you know how much weight I can carry? It's ridiculous. Let's search this. I want this. I want this bulletin board. I want a supply of mailboxes. I've got a Petshuka hat. A Petushka? Petushka hat. I don't think I said that right. It kind of looks like a beanie. Ah, Broken PM. We were just talking about you. Let's see. 20 pounds. I think that's probably more efficient than having the briefcase, to be honest. Because I think it has straps. We can... Let's see. You can wear a school bag. More scrap. What is this? That is mine, thank you. Look at this thing. That is so... Is that just a bunch of bears chilling in the woods? That is awesome. I'm glad that that's added to the game. Okay, what else can we find in this apartment building worth taking? I want them to make it so I could pick these records up and put them on the wall so I can be some random hipster with my vinyl collection. Actually, I prefer to listen to all of the tracks from this album on vinyl. That's what I'll sound like. Oh, airdrop. Nicely done. You got it. Wherever you were trying to get, you definitely hit it. Ah, trash can. You know, I could use one of these. Could use one. It'd be kind of neat if I could take the clothing I find and throw them on top of the dwarves / gnome creatures. That way I have a use for it in my single player outside of just wearing it, because obviously I have the best armor in the game, and why would I denounce myself for the sake of fashion when I can use the utility? Ooh, motorcycle helmet. Right on time, too. Jeez, I just had a feeling, you know? Hello, Drinky, Drunky, and Itchy. Let us start by throwing our rusted weapons into the rusted weapon bin. Rusted. Alright, that was it. It was all rusted guns. We do have other stuff to get rid of. They kind of look like they're having a meeting. Maybe I should set them to roam around to make myself feel better. Alright, let roam. And then you can also roam. And I want you to roam. Roam around. Roam around, please. Enter. Roam, please. No? Suit yourselves. And we'll place this trash can right here. Does it look pretty? No. But if we were going to have a bathroom with a proper bathroom review, we're going to need a mirror somehow, in some way. And I think maybe a little bit more storage. Maybe we could get like a wardrobe or two in here to make this feel more of a finished bathroom. Maybe a light. I don't know why I don't have a light in here already. What's wrong with me? I think our last zone run ended up with almost 40 rusted scrap, which is kind of impressive. Maybe I should take back everything I said about the system. I think if you did have the space and carry weight, you could definitely get what you need out of looting the zone once or twice. Alright, is there a way I can stylistically place this backpack? You know, that doesn't look bad. That actually looks a little fun, don't you guys agree? Actually, you know what would be better is if you guys weren't wearing like the survival backpack that we get, and you guys were wearing the little school bags. It'd just be like more fitting for your size, you know, since you're all small and stuff. It's not an insult. It looks bigger than the ones you have too, so you get more space. All right, bye-bye. I've been away from this game for so long that returning to it, I'm like having a lot of fun playing it right now, which is interesting to me. So I'm gonna do one more zone run just to see what I can find out there in the wild, and then we'll call it for this one, so this video isn't super long. And I've got another building zone. Oh, maybe this one? This guy? Ow. 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 Maybe not. Let's see, can we take this guy out with just 2 mags? Can you... There we go. Damn, dude, you're tanky. Where you going? Alright, we got him, boys. Twins down. What else do we got here? Do we got anything cool? Bullets. Another rusted gun for the collection, it seems. How do I get it? There we go. I'm taking both of these cupboards for our bathroom so we can make that look nice. No. What the hell's wrong with this door? It's like open, but like it's too small for me to fit. Am I just too big now that I have an exoskeleton on? When will you let me take the tub? I want the tub. Look, it's got a shower head. What bathroom doesn't have a bathroom? I mean, a tub. Aside from like a half bath, you know? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Who let you inside the house? My God. Who gave that man permission to do that? I don't think I've been through this windy tree thing before. Doesn't really feel like there's gonna really be that much over here, to be honest, but... Oh, it's just this fucking thing. Alright, time to kill you. Rusted gun. Guys, the giant lobsters are coming. Thank goodness he couldn't come in. You're gonna let me, like, take the stuff out of this box, right? Hey, surprise, there's nothing in there. Bye-bye, I'm leaving. Goodbye. What do you got? What do you got? Nothing? Excuse me. Yes, come right this way. Follow me into my trap. Hey, guy. I'd say I brought you a friend. I just wanted your bullets, to be honest. And jump! Hills. Alright, that was that little adventure. My scanner says nothing is here. That's because there's no anomalies, really. See, even the playgrounds out here aren't fun. In Chernobyl, the playgrounds had a Ferris wheel because it was actually based off real-life Pripyat. But have you seen a Ferris wheel in this game? Guys, come on. Come on. Airdrop. And the air is dropping death. Right on time. It'd be really cool is if, like, sometimes it actually did drop a care package. Did I already say that? Hello, guys. Hi. So they can die. Guys, I killed Drinky. You're now Drinky. And you're still itchy. Sorry, little gnome guy. Alright, we got a radio, we got a little backpack. Can I get it so that I drop the little game brick? No? Pick that up. Maybe if I'm facing this way? Hey, now it makes sense. There we go. We got a nice little thing going on here. Yes, that looks good. That looks good. We're getting the decorating part down. There we go. That looks good. Right there, like that. And we're at our last curtain call for the day. I wonder if his body will stay there forever. What do you guys think? Do you think your brother is going to be there forever? Rotting away, turning into a skeleton? Alright, well, I think that's where I'll call it for today. Five little zone runs. That's good enough. If you like this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Either when there's another update or when there isn't. Bye.